Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Nerd Guru, and today we are talking my favorite 5 things of 2025. It's been a bleak year, it's been a hard year, there's been a lot going on. I mean, literally look around. But I thought it would be a great way to end this year by talking about the top 5 things that made me want to keep going this year. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment down below what were your favorite top 5 things of this year. And without further ado, let's get into it. These things are going to span my favorite movies, my favorite comic books, music, comic book art, you name it. Number 5 is a personal, near and dear one to me, Russell Dauterman's comic book art. I find his art to be so fluid, so beautiful. It really packs a punch. As an artist myself, I draw so much of my inspiration from him. How he draws my favorite superheroes like Scarlet Witch and Storm make me want to be a better artist. I mean, just like the curvature of his body, the way he draws hair is so fine and really jumps off the page. I really respond to art that makes me feel like there's motion on the picture. And though there are a plethora of other artists that I really love, Russell Dauterman's art I would put as one of my absolute faves. It makes sense that he's done a lot of the X-Men stuff, as well as the Hellfire Gala, and that was when I really fell in love with him in the Krakoan era. Such a big inspiration for me. I love Russell Dauterman's art so very much. Number 4 is, of course, the Cowboy Carter Tour. Pony up, y'all. Of course, I had to include the Cowboy Carter Tour. One of the most fun nights I've had this year, by far. When the tickets dropped earlier this year, I was fighting tooth and nail in the Ticketmaster queue. Ticketmaster, you deserve nothing but the worst in life. I remember the tickets dropped and everybody was going crazy trying to buy these tickets. I was so lucky enough that I was able to go to 2 shows. Night 1 in Atlanta and the last night that was added later on in the year, night 4. I loved Cowboy Carter, obviously. It's such an incredible album, a beautiful collection of music. I think will go on to stand the test of time, like much of Beyonce's work in the past. It's more than just a country album. It's folk, it's house, it's punk, it's a little bit of bluegrass. My overall concert experience was night 1, I went to the merch store, stood 2 hours in line, which is in hindsight kind of ridiculous, but I still did it. Listen, I had to get the merch. I got up early in the morning, I got downtown and waited in line to go to the truck. And then later I had to rush all the way back home, put my outfit on, and then it was off to the show. Night 1 was an incredible experience. Since I got 2 nights, luckily I was able to get 1 on the floor and 1 in the stands. And if you can, I absolutely suggest experiencing a concert this way, especially at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. One of my favorite experiences this entire year, for sure. Number 3 is, of course, Season 2 of Andor that came out back in April. This season, if even possible, was even better than the first season. In my previous Andor video, I mainly discussed Season 1 as preparation for Season 2 to come out. And man, I was not ready for Season 2. The places they go. There's time jumps in this season because this show was actually supposed to go for 4 seasons, but they ended up condensing it all into one final 2nd season. And when I heard this, I was very nervous because whenever shows condense things, they tend to lose some element that is so great and impactful from the first season. But I had no reason to fear. The parallels in this show to real life are still so palpable about authoritarianism and how quickly that can occur. Diego Luna is still so incredible in his role as Cassian Andor. As this fish out of water, the end of the season leads up to Rogue One so incredibly. Of course I watched Rogue One right after. This show was truly just a marvel. I'm still so shocked that Disney put out something like this. Something so incredibly forward-thinking with biting critique on the way societies overall move. Mon Mothma's speech was probably one of the best parts and very much a standout of the entire season. I laughed, I cried, I even said goodbye. Just incredible television. We used to take a long time to get ready. Possibly my favorite album that came out this year was Baby by Dijon. Been a fan of this guy for a while. Found him back in 2020 during the lockdown with his EPs like Do You Want to Get Married, as well as his first full-length album, Absolutely. His voice is so guttural and really strikes through right to your heart. As well as his instrumentation, you can really tell that the way that he collaborates with his fellow artists is so thoughtful and intentional. I was lucky enough to recently see him in concert last month. finally, and I gotta say, he did not disappoint. He put on a show that I will quite possibly never forget. Listen, I've been to a lot of concerts. I love the communal experience that you find with people that you've never met and probably might never see again. The exaltation of screaming out in a way that's kind of socially acceptable. I always say, if you need a good crash out, go to a concert. Scream as loud as you want, and it's perfectly fine because everybody else is doing the exact same thing. I don't want to sound dramatic, but it's like a religious experience. And Dijon's show was nothing less than that. I love going to see artists when I know a good bit of their catalog, but there's still some hidden gems that I have not discovered yet. And if I had to suggest any of Dijon's music, please run, don't walk, to check out songs like Another Baby from his most recent album, Yamaha from his most recent album, Rewind from his most recent album, as well as lesser known cuts like Nico's Red Truck, Noah's Highlight Reel, Jesse, the list goes on. Truly an incredible artist that I so very strongly recommend going to listen to. And before we get to number one, let's go through some quick honorable mentions as well. Fantastic Four was just incredible. Such a fun trip to the movies, and I will say one of Marvel's best movies to date. Black Star by Amare is a fantastic blend of reggaeton, R&B, dance hall. The rhythm is relentless and infectious. Please go check her out. Her voice is spellbinding. The Penguin Show was such a great trip down depravity and narcissism mixed with maliciousness. It's a great offshoot of 2022's The Batman. And if you like Sopranos, this one's for you. And drumroll please, number one is, of course, probably the reason why I made this entire video, just to give me an excuse to talk about it, Sinners.
Something I've been wanting to tell you.
Sinners to me is definitely the best movie of this year and quite possibly the best movie of this decade. Ryan Coogler is a dynamo behind the camera, known for his work on movies like Fruitvale Station, the Creed trilogy, and Black Panther. Leading up to this movie, something I found really illuminating and really made me want to go watch this film was his Kodak interview. The way he talks about different forms of cinema, different ways to shoot his movie, and the way that he worked with IMAX directly to publish this movie. The music is incredible, and it's probably the driving part of this movie. If you don't know, and if you've been living under a rock, Sinners is a film set in the 1930s in Mississippi. Two brothers, Stack and Smoke, both played by the very talented Michael B. Jordan, are back down from Chicago to basically start a juke joint. They enlist their cousin, who is immensely talented on the guitar, and his voice is so deep and visceral. The way that music weaves itself throughout this film is absolutely incredible. The performances turned in by quite literally the entire cast is nothing short of a feat. I think the reason why this movie really popped off was because it's not an IP, it's not a sequel, it's not this big franchise. It's a movie that Ryan Coogler wanted to do with an original idea. I really hope this inspires a new wave of cinema that will bring back interesting ideas to the forefront that aren't just completely based on rehashing old movies. Sinners is wonderful. I've seen it a few times, and I absolutely suggest you go see it as well. If Sinners does not win Oscar for the Best Picture, I think I will crash out. I also need Ryan Coogler to secure that Best Director, at least nomination, but I would so want him to just take it home. The work and pure craftsmanship that went into this movie should 100% be taught in film schools. I just love this movie so much. And that's my top 5 of 2025. Thanks guys so much for watching. I had so much fun going over the wonderful media that really impacted me over the course of this year. Here's to 2026 providing us some great, new, beautiful films and TV shows and books and music that can hopefully bring us together and give way to some true communal connections. Thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year and stay super. Bye-bye.